Okay, so in this drawing, we are going to, I'm going to start on the front view, and I am going to sketch out this view right here and extrude it back at an extrusion of 3 inches. Now, there are a couple of measurements that they don't give us. They don't give us the thickness of this piece right here, but this is going to be 5/8. It's going to be the same thickness as this. They don't give us the total height here, and they don't give us the height of the inside here. They do tell us that this is a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to assume that this also is a 1/2 inch. So what we're going to say this inside piece is 1.5, plus a 1/2 there and a 1/2 there. So the whole thing here is 2.5, right? So the measurements they don't give us: 2.5, 5/8, 1/2 inch, 1.5. Okay, so let's go into OnShape and let's create this piece in OnShape. Create a document. This is 6- is it 8? Yeah, 6-8. This one was 6-7. And I'm going to work on the front view. I'm going to go face the front view. And I'm going to draw the sketch of what I just showed you on the assignment. So I'm going to use a line to do it. And I'm going to start here at the origin. And I'm going to go up about 2.5, somewhere right around there. And I'm going to go over. Nope, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to come back to the origin. And I'm going to go about 3.5 this way. And go down a little bit, straight down. And I'm going to go another about 3.5 this way. I'm going to go up about a 1/2 inch this way. I'm going to come over about here. I'm going to come up about here and over to here. So that's the general shape of this thing. So let's give it some sizing so that we can get started here. So let's go. The height of this, we said, was 2.5. And this little, let's say this piece here, they have it listed at 3 5/8. So that's 3-5/8. Hold on. Let me type this in. That didn't work. So let's say that 5/8 is so it's 3.625. There we go. And then this little piece is 1/8, which is 0.125. This piece is also 3.625. The height here is 5/8, which is 0.625. Let's see. This top piece is going to be, let's see what I need. I need 5/8 plus 2 3/4 plus a 1/2 inch. So I already figured this out. That was 3 3/4 plus 1/8. So that's 3 7/8. This one here is, and 7/8 is 875. Wait, what did I say? 3 7/8, 3.875. Okay, so those are all the numbers that you'll need. So it's 2.5, 3.625, 0.125, 3.625, 0.625. I don't need this measurement. I don't need this measurement. As long as I give this measurement is 3.875. Okay. So I'm done with that sketch. And I'm going to turn this sideways using my right mouse key, highlight the sketch, and I'm going to go extrude at a depth of 3 inches. And this is going to be 3. And okay, good. I'm going to cut that hole in here now, right on the face of this. There's that rectangular hole that I'm going to cut. So let's go square to the face here. And I'm going to go sketch. And I'm just going to create a rectangle. Something like that. And it says that the length of this is 2.75, 2 3/4, so that's 2.75. And they say that the distance from here to here is 0.625. That's 5/8. And they say that, oh, the height from here to here should be 1.5. And the distance from here to here should be 0.5. Okay, so that's all I need to give it. And it's all black, so that means it's happy with that. So I'm done with the sketch. Turn this sideways. I want to highlight this and extrude. I want to remove. Instead of blind, I'm turning it to through all. Done. Good. So let's round over this corner right here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait until I put in the spline. After I put in the spline, then I'm going to do my fillets. I guess I could do this one right here. Let me put in this fillet right here. So I'm going underneath here, and I'm going to say fillet. Asking what edge to do on a fillet. I want to get this inside edge right there. And it's 1/8 inch, so 0.125 is the size of that fillet. And then check mark. That's kind of nice. Okay, so let's put in the spline that runs right down through the face here. Now what I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to take, and I'm going to fill this whole thing in with an angled line and then cut out both sides and leave the spline in the middle. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to work on this face, front. I'm going to create a sketch, and I'm just going to use a line. That line is going to go from this corner, this corner, this corner, this corner. Okay. And I'm going to be done. Highlight the sketch, and we're going to go extrude. And notice that it's pointing the wrong way. So you've got two options. You can either grab the handle and pull it this direction, or if you're up here, you can just click on this arrow right here, and that swaps the direction. And the depth of this is 3 inches. And check mark. So I know what you're thinking. I know you're thinking, well, why do we do that? All we need is the middle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the face here, front, and I'm going to create that same rectangle and cut it out. The whole thing is 3. I need a 1/2 inch in the middle. So I need to go, let's see, 1.5 minus 1/4. That's 1 1/4 each direction. Okay. I'm going to go sketch a line from this corner down until I get even with this line. Here, here, and then back up to make the complete rectangle, or the complete triangle. Check mark. Highlight the triangle, and we're going to extrude, remove at 1.25. I'm going to do that exact same thing from this face. Oops, let me check mark if that's done. This face, which is the back, sketch with a line from here, straight over to here. Here. Complete the triangle. Done. Click on it. Extrude. Remove. And we're removing 1.25. And what that does is that leaves us a 1/2 inch here in the middle. Okay. This right here. Okay, now I'm going to put in the holes. I've got a hole up top here that goes through both. And then I've got 2 holes on these surfaces. So let's go to here to the top view. Let's create a sketch. And the hole that I'm going to create is going to be even with the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mouse on this back edge here, and here's the midpoint. It gives that little red or little yellow square. If I come straight out from that, it's going to lock me into the midpoint. And then I'm just going to make a circle here. And then I'm going to make a circle down here. And I'm going to line this one. I'm just going to go straight across. See how it gives me that little line? I'm going to make another circle over here. This I don't really care what size they are. I don't care where they're located, because now I'm going to dimension them. So now I'm going to say dimension. I need to know the size of this. The size is a 1 inch diameter, so 1. And I need to know that from this edge to this point is 2 inches. That's all I need to do. It's already lined up right in the middle. So for this one, I need to say that it is a 9/16 diameter. These two are. So 9/16. And I'm going to try to go 9/16. Let me just double check that to make sure that it didn't do it correctly the first time. So let me make sure this works. 9 divided by 16.563. That's fine. Okay, and the same thing for this one. I'm going to go 9/16 drill on that one as well. And then from hold on, let's see. 5.5 from this back edge. So from, nope, it's 3.5 from the center of this circle to the center of this circle. It's 3.5. Noticed it moved both of them. And then from this edge to the center is 9/16. So 9/16. And from the center of this circle to the center of this circle says that the distance is 1 7/8. So that would be 1.875. Okay. So everything's black, so everything has been measured, has been put in. All the measurements have been put in. So now I'm going to spin this up like this, and notice that my these circles are outside of the. That's totally fine. Watch what we're going to do. We're going to go highlight the circles. This circle, inside here, and we're going to go extrude, remove. We're going to say through all. Check mark. Notice it put through this one and this one. Everything has been drilled out. Great. Now we just have to put our roundovers in, our fillets in. Let me zoom in a little bit for that. So we're going to go with a fillet. And this corner here, the size of it is 0.25. And that includes this, this, didn't do it. What's wrong? I need to go this edge. It doesn't like that one. Wonder why. Huh. I want to do that edge. I wonder why. Interesting. Okay, so let's get rid of. I know it's not supposed to look like this. All right, I'll figure it out. And then the rest of these are going to be, oh, this one in here. This is also. And I'm going to spin it around to this side. This one here. And like this one. It doesn't want to do that one either. Well, okay, so it doesn't want to put in some fillets for us. Let's see which ones it does like to do. Let's see if I can go 1/8 of an inch, fillet, 0.125. Supposed to do this edge. Nope, it doesn't like that either. What if I do that first? Fillet. 0.125. This. Okay, that did work. Okay, let me try that then. Let me go for this one, fillet, 0.25, and I click this edge. Check mark. Okay, that works. So when you put in the Oh, that doesn't look right though. Interesting. Let me see if it'll put this inside one now. Fillet 0.25. Any chance? Yep. Any chance this one will work? This one? Well, these three. This one, and this one. Okay, so it wasn't real happy and it didn't, that's really not what I was looking for. But for some reason, it's not allowing us to put that in, which is fine. We'll deal with that. That's a computer issue. It's not an issue with our drawing. It's a computer with the software. And it looks like that will do it. So let's finish this drawing off with by putting it on a sheet of paper. So we're going to go to the plus sign, create drawing. Okay. Part. It makes it pretty small for us. Front view, top view. Look on the front view again. Side view. Click on the front view again. Pictorial view. Escape. Let me see if show shaded views. I'm going to go tangent edges hidden. And I don't know if I like that. What is that? I don't know if I like that either. Hidden or solid. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it at solid. Okay, let's put in our hidden lines. So right mouse click, show hidden. Right mouse click, show hidden. Right mouse click, show hidden. We've got several center lines to put in. So we're going to go center, click on the top and the bottom, side to side. Okay. Down here, we're going to get this edge to edge center. Good, we're going to do the same thing over here. And there is a circle that lines up the edge of the fillet lines up perfectly with the edge of the circle. So it's actually, let's see, how are we going to do this? I need there to be a center line right through this top part here. but I don't want it to be that long. There's another one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to grab this one and shrink it up. Yeah, because that center line only goes through this top piece right here. That's the only place where the center line should be. The center line should be down there. So there should be two separate ones. Okay, so we've got all of our holes shown, all of our center lines shown. We just have to fill out our title block just like we normally do, and we are good to go. All right, hopefully that was helpful.